Helen Yee here in Las Vegas, being joined by the one and only, the UFC featherweight champion and part-time chef on Cookin With Volk, Alexander Volkanovski. First off, when are you going to film another episode? Because I know all your fans are waiting and they're hungry.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously I'm over here, so I couldn't get it done the last couple of weeks. Obviously during while I had COVID and whatnot. But now I'm free. We're going to get a camera crew and we're going to do it. So we're just got to think of some ideas. We might get some people on the show and get some celebrity chefs or whatever we can and keep it nice and fun. So yeah, it's good fun. Everyone's loving it. I'm loving it, and I can't wait to get the next episode out there.
Well, I am glad that you're feeling a lot better. And speaking of celebrity chefs or good chefs, I know someone who would put his name in the hat, the Schmo. He's actually a great chef.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why he was knocking me about the olive oil and my salt and whatnot. It says too much, but we'll see. Yeah, maybe there we go. Maybe we're going to have to do that. I think that'll be a good next episode.
Well, you're not only the champion, but you're a great fighter, and we all know you can cook. Would you ever consider opening up your own restaurant?
Oh man, yeah. There's sky's the limit, eh? Just whatever works, I guess. Right now, I'll focus on my fighting career and the YouTube channel, all that type of stuff. But that's the whole point of all this. It's fun. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, you know what I mean. Like you just open. You can open doors anywhere at the same time. But I mean, I'm having fun. I love cooking, so I probably would do something like that.
Well, I know all your fans are looking forward to it and staying tuned. And speaking of filming, they're looking forward to the upcoming season of The Ultimate Fighter. You'll be coaching alongside or against Brian Ortega. What was your initial reaction when that was confirmed and announced?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock because, again, I was planning on, how am I going to get home? Like, you're waiting for the negative tests and whatnot so I could get home. And then literally, while that was happening, we got wind of the TUF house, and then we're like, all right. And then before we knew it, it was locked in. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm here to stay. But I know, man, it's going to be good fun. I cannot wait to go out there, and I love being in front of a camera. So 4 or 5 weeks or whatever, however long it is in front of the camera, it's going to be good. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be good banter. Obviously a lot of knowledge, and I just can't wait.
And a lot of cooking.
Oh, yeah, we'll get some cooking. Yeah, I've already actually started teeing that up. So there'll be some cooking on there for sure.
Well, Vegas loves you indeed. And speaking of The Ultimate Fighter, I mean, there were rumors that they were going to bring it back for quite some time now. Did you ever expect it to be you, or who did you initially expect the coaches to be?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't. I got wind of it, maybe restarting and all that type of stuff, and I didn't think too much about it, to be honest. And then, obviously while I'm fighting, and I'm just worried about that, and then I obviously had COVID, and then just worrying how do I get home? Didn't really think of it, and literally they just they bring it up, and I was just like, oh man, it was just a complete surprise. I did not expect that, but again, you just got to stay positive through all these things, and always look forward and know that it will all work out in the end, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm here to stay. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to make the most of this whole process.
Absolutely. And speaking of looking ahead, and in your future opponent, Brian Ortega, you fought so many great fighters, including Jose Aldo, Max Holloway twice. Where do you think Brian's skill set ranks amongst those?
Oh man, he's got great skills. You know what I mean? Especially people are saying Ortega 2.0, and he's leveled up and all this type of stuff, which I believe. But again, I just always go back to the fact that they look good when they got other people in front of them. I'm a whole different type of beast, and they're just going to fight my fight. But he's right up there. He's definitely up there. He's new challenges too. So I haven't fought someone that can threaten me so much with their jiu-jitsu. One slip up in the takedown or anything like that can be game over. So it doesn't mean I will not go anywhere near that, but it means I need to be very careful. So I'm definitely got my eye on him, and he's got my full attention and full focus, and I'm definitely not taking this lightly. But at the same time, I'm definitely confident in my abilities.
Well, speaking of leveling up, where do you think that you've improved the most since your rematch against Max?
Everywhere. I honestly believe, again, I don't want to just sound boring by saying that, but I really do just believe that I level up everywhere. I learn so much. I learn so much about myself, my fighting style. I learn so much about my opponents, all that type of stuff. But at the same time, while I'm studying opponents, I'm learning different things. There's just so much room for learning and knowledge, and that. And I'm just that's one thing that I believe separates me from the rest. The fact that I'm always open to new knowledge and taking it all in, and I feel like I just evolve every time.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of Max Holloway, though, how important do you think, or not important, do you think a trilogy against Max is for your legacy?
Look, man, right now, it's not important because I've got to focus on Ortega. I've got to give Ortega the respect that he deserves by knowing that he's in front. But at the same time, again, every time I'm doing interviews, I'm obviously always getting asked about it. There's obviously everyone still talking about it. So everyone will want that fight, and that fight will always be there, and it's always going to be a big fight. So that's something that, and again, I always say I'm not scared of no one. So, even though I am 2-0 against him, obviously that last one was a close one, and people want to see it again. I'm sure it will happen, but right now I've got Ortega to worry about, and I'm sure once that all happens in the UFC, throw some decent money, we can all make some money, and we can make that fight happen. But right now, Ortega, I got you on my mind, and that's it.
Yes, you are very focused indeed. Now, speaking of being the champion, I heard you recently on Submission Radio telling them that you wouldn't mind eventually moving up to that lightweight division. Khabib recently retired. What did you make of that, his official retirement?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Obviously, good on him. He's got a great career, but I mean, you watch. You've been watching these fighters for years, and he's finally right up there, and he's going to retire. So you see legends of the sport. It always sucks to see them leave, but at the same time, he thinks he's done with the sport now. He's coaching. He's doing a great job there. So good on him. But again, lightweight division is something that I fought in many times anyway. I fought in middleweight, welterweight plenty of times. So it's something that I am used to, something that I've done plenty of times before. Will it happen? I think so, but I've got a couple of fights that I want to get out of the way in the featherweight division. The featherweight division is definitely where I'll be this year. We'll see what happens next year. But again, we'll just worry about my division because we've got a beast of a division. Our division's stacked, and there's a bunch of killers trying to come up, and they're going to want to take that belt off me. So I'll say bring it on, and then we'll see what happens after that.
But putting your analyst hat on, looking at that vacant lightweight title, there's a fight between Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira coming up. Who do you think wins that?
I think I'm going to give it to Chandler. I think Chandler's they're both great fighters. Charles is a great fighter, but I think just the explosiveness and obviously that wrestling background and all that. I don't think the jiu-jitsu will be an issue. So I think Chandler will get it done.
And lastly, another big rematch coming up right around the corner. Jorge Masvidal, Kamaru Usman. Who do you think takes that rematch?
Obviously, Masvidal was short notice, but I do see a pretty similar result. But I'll be watching. I'll definitely be tuning in. So I'm looking forward. 3 title fights, cannot wait. But I think it'll be the same result.
And what would you like to tell all your fans who can't wait to tune in to watch you on The Ultimate Fighter or Cookin With Volk?
Yeah, mate, keep an eye on all of that. It's all happening. We'll be busy the next couple of months. Stay tuned. Keep up to date. Cannot wait.